In several of my other videos, I was using this display connected to the STM32 F401 or F411. In this case, this is the STM411. I was asked the question is, can the STM32 be connected to a LCD 16 by 2, 16 characters by 2, and I said I had done it, but I wasn't really sure, and I thought I'd hook this together to show that it could be done. And since I was going to do that, I decided that maybe somebody else could benefit from me doing all this. As you can see, it's showing hello world. I'll show you the code. It's a also, you can use a 20 by 4 display with the I2C. And these displays come with a I2C adapter. This is the I2C adapter. You can actually hook the display directly up to an STM32, but I like I2C, that is that. And you can see that the display is in fact showing hello world, and I'll show you the code that you use to get this. The other thing is if sometimes when you bring this up, you'll see little squares on here. There is a potentiometer here that you can change, and you can see that you can change the intensity to the point where you see the 16 by 2 on this display, and if you change it slightly, you can get it to the point where you'd like it without seeing the squares. Okay, let's see. The other thing is that when you use the STM32, you have to load the code. I use a USB to serial adapter, and which is completely explained in some of my other videos if you have any problems with it. The I2C, well, it's kind of hard to see, but the I2C SCL and SDA, those yellow wires is on the SCL and the blue is on the SDA, are connected to SCL is B6 on the STM32, and the SDA is B7. That's I2C 1. The STM32 has several addresses, but not all of them do exactly what you think they're going to do. So I2C1 using B6 and B7 are the ones you should use. Okay, now I've hooked up the 20 by 4 display, and you have to change some parameters for the display in the code, and I'll show you that. But in this case, if you change the potentiometer, you'll be able to see that this is 20 by 4. There's 20 across and 4 down, and you can set it so that it looks well. The interesting thing that I was originally going to show you this display, and it turned out that I had a little speck on the glass, and it turned out that this one has a different address than this one. So you really need to use a I2C scanner to see what the address is of the display that you're going to be using. Of course, this has a different address, and this has a different address, and this has a different address, and this has a different address. So some addresses are they're set as default and you can override them, but these are, I think, are all fixed addresses, and you need to know what they are, and the only way you can do that is really to run a scanner, an I2C scanner, just to see what devices you have on your I2C bus. Okay, at this point I'm going to show you some code. In order to use the LCD with I2C, the first thing you need to do is before you start using it is to go to the sketch drop down, and in there you'll see the include library. Go to the manage libraries at the top, and you will have the library manager displayed. In the library manager, I've already got this installed. In the library manager, you want to key in liquid crystal I2C here, and it will pull this display up, and you can come in here and install the latest version of liquid crystal I2C. That's what I'm using. I'm including this in this video only to show you how to set up the Arduino IDE for the STM32. I've gone over this in a lot of detail in some of my other videos. So the key thing is that you can select the black pill that you want. If you're using the 401, you use this one. If you're using the 411, you'd use this one. Also, it shows the USB connection, and I'm using the serial version of the STM32 Cube programmer to actually do the load. That is well documented on the internet, how you bring that into your system. Of course, when you're connecting I'm not plugged into the device right now, otherwise I would have a device that I would select the port. Okay, anyway, this is explained in some of my other videos if you've never done it before. Okay, the example that I'm using, once you load the liquid crystal I2C library, the examples are loaded also. So if you go under File and pick Examples, it'll bring up all the examples. I went to this liquid crystal old here, and I saw Hello World, and I pulled it up, and I got this display without these two lines here. I put these two lines in, and that's mainly because I wanted to show the support for the 20 by 4. The example is only for the 16 by 2. Now, in the example, it has the wire for the I2C, it has the liquid crystal for the display itself. It is set up. This is the library entry for the 16 by 2. Its address is 27 and a hex 27, and that's what I use to display the 16 by 2. And then the green one that I showed you earlier, it had an address of hex 3F, and then you have to specify 20 by 4 instead of 16 by 2. And the last one that I showed you had a hex address the same as the 16 by 2, but it's 20 by 4, so it has to be set up this way. So this is the entry I used for the very last display, the 20 by 4 that was blue. You come in, and this, of course, this is an example. I didn't write any of this code except these two lines. It says LCD begins, so it just initiates the liquid crystal display. It turns off the display, the black light, and it prints the Hello World. It does that in the setup. It doesn't do anything in the loop because it's got that on the display and it's not changing it. Now, if you need to change it, of course, to show out something more meaningful than just Hello World, your logic will be right in here. Well, that's all I can tell you about this, and I originally put this together just to answer one question. If anybody else benefits from it, I'm really pleased. Thanks for watching.